What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I literally just got probably the biggest Blu-ray haul of my entire life. I just bought like 40 Blu-rays all in one day, which is crazy. This entire box of movies right here that you're about to see, this entire box, this entire cardboard box is completely full of Blu-rays that I got for $1 a piece, which is really crazy because there is some great stuff in here. How I got all of this for $1 a piece, there is actually a family video close by me that is moving locations. They aren't closing, they're just moving locations, and because of that, they're trying to get rid of all of their inventory, and pretty much every single movie that they had in stock was $1 a piece. So I bought quite a bit. I'm just gonna get into it and show it off now, but quickly before I show it off, I just want to quickly show off, this is my receipt. Got a lot of movies, and look, if you can see right there, $1 a piece. So just for proof, I know I don't need to show proof, but just in case, $1 a piece, everything in this box. All right, so let's get started. All right, the first pickup is Bernie. Have not seen this movie. Now, actually, a lot of films I have bought in here, I have actually not seen. That's why I bought them, because it was $1 and I had been wanting to check it out. But yes, Bernie looks funny. Heard good things about it, so I picked it up. Next up is The Lost City of Z. Have not seen this. Heard good things. I do really like the cast. And yes, I'm excited to watch this. Goodnight Mommy. I have never seen this. Heard good things about it. I'm excited to check it out. I'm pretty sure it's a horror movie. I am more than positive it's a horror movie, and I've heard good things, so I'm excited to watch that. Alright, here's a movie I actually have seen, The Killing of a Sacred Deer. This movie I like. I do think it was a bit overrated, but I really like the director. And yes, I'm excited to check this out again. First time I saw it, I'll be honest, I was just confused. I did not really get it, but I'm excited to check it out again. And yeah, $1. Next up is Eddie the Eagle. Have not seen this. Heard good things. I really like Hugh Jackman and Taron Egerton, and I'm excited to check it out. The Skeleton Twins. Literally know nothing about this. I wasn't gonna buy this, but I checked out the Rotten Tomato score, and it has pretty good reviews, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up and watch it, because again, it was $1. Why not? Who knows if it's good or not? This was probably my best find in all of this, because this movie just came out not too long ago, and I have been wanting to check this out for the longest time. I was actually going to go buy this at Best Buy for like $15, but I decided to hold off on it, and I am glad I did, because it was $1. Leave No Trace, a movie I have seen. This is just a fantastic movie. Great performances by both of the main leads, great directing, and I'm surprised that this did not get really any Oscar buzz at all, but this was a great movie, and I am happy to check it out again for $1. Spring Breakers. This is a super underrated movie. I saw this a while ago, and I remember really enjoying it, and James Franco is hilarious in this movie. Most Violent Year. Don't know too much about this movie. It is an A24 movie, and the reviews were pretty good, so I decided to pick it up. Now, this is a movie I have been trying to find on Blu-ray for a very long time for a good price, and I found it for $1, so cannot beat that price. But this is Inherent Vice, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of my favorite directors of all time. This was one of the only films of his I did not yet own, so I'm excited to finally own this on Blu-ray. Next up is a movie called Up in the Air. Know nothing about this movie. The Rotten Tomato score was pretty good. I decided to go ahead and pick it up, and if I don't like it, I can sell it for more money. So, T2 Trainspotting. I really did enjoy the first Trainspotting a lot. I have not yet seen this movie. I actually don't even own the first Trainspotting, so now I have to go and pick that up. I have seen that movie, but this I have not yet seen. So for $1, I'm excited to check out the sequel to Trainspotting. This is the end. This is an amazing comedy. Really funny, great cast, and just an all-around great comedy that I can put on and just enjoy. Next up, we have A Cure for Wellness. This is a very weird movie, very divisive movie. A lot of people hate this movie. I enjoyed it. I think that there are some very good aspects to this movie, and I thought for $1, I'll pick it up because I might watch it again because it's pretty good. So, and again, it's a buck. How can I complain? Now, this was a great find. Detroit. This movie was fantastic, especially like the middle part of this movie. It is all one big scene. It is so tense, so great, and I have been wanting this movie for a while. So for buck, cannot beat that. It's a Big Short. Now, I almost just bought this movie the other day for like $5, but I'm glad I didn't because I found it for a buck. This is a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. Great performances, huge cast, and just a great story, and I'm excited to check it out again. Now, another movie I had never seen is Carol. Don't know anything about this movie. The reviews were amazing, and it was a buck, so I'm gonna check it out, and hopefully I enjoy it. Now, this is a movie I have seen, Unsane, directed by Steven Soderbergh. This movie was pretty good for what it is. Now, this was directed all on an iPhone. The entire movie was completely shot on an iPhone, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and that is why I want to own it. And it was a pretty good movie, and yeah, it's a buck. I can't turn down any of this because it's a buck. This is a movie I know nothing about. I saw the reviews, they were pretty good. Good cast, but I cannot tell you anything about the plot. But the main purpose why I bought this is because of that slipcover is amazing. Now, this movie I have not seen. It's called Side Effects. Now, this is actually directed by Steven Soderbergh, the same guy who directed... Where did I even put you? The same guy who directed Unsane. I heard this was one of his best movies. And so, yeah, I'm excited to check it out for a buck. Now, this movie I am very excited about. The Skin I Live In. I have been wanting to see this for ages. I just have never found the Blu-ray for a good price, and I got it for $1. Now, it is a bit sun-faded, but that's not a big deal at all. It was a buck, and I am excited to finally check this out. I heard this movie is incredibly just screwed up, and I love that. This movie is fantastic. It is a very small indie movie with a great cast, with great performances, and I love this movie, and I am excited to finally own it and check it out again. And definitely go check out this movie if you have never seen it. That would be 99 Homes. Fantastic. Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot is a newer movie that came out not too long ago, and it was a movie I have been wanting to check out for a while. This is actually by the director of Good Will Hunting, and I heard great things about this movie, and the trailer very much intrigued me, and it's got a pretty big cast, so I am excited to check this out. Joe. Have not seen this movie. Very excited to finally check this out. I love Nicolas Cage. He's my favorite actor of all time. He is literally amazing. I have not seen this movie. So for buck, I am very excited to finally check this out. My Cousin Rachel was a movie I have never seen. Don't know too much about it. Well, again, it was a buck. How could I not buy it? If I don't like it, I could always sell it and get more money out of it. So, yeah, this is a movie I'm very excited that I found, Knights of Cups. This is directed by Terrence Malick, one of my favorite directors of all time. As you see behind me, I have a poster for The Thin Red Line, one of my favorite films of all time. And yes, I'm very excited to check this out, although I heard very mixed things about this. But that is like a lot of his films. Pretty much every single Terrence Malick film ever has been very mixed because he's a very stylistic guy. Here we got Mandy. This was one of my favorite films of last year. I have been wanting this on Blu-ray for a very long time, and I almost bought this when it first came out for like 20 bucks. But I'm glad I didn't because now I found it for $1. And this cover is amazing. It's just so shiny. And I am very excited that I finally own this movie now. It is amazing. Check out this movie ASAP. I got a big pile of Blu-rays on my bed now. I bought a lot. Insane haul. But here we go. This is probably the greatest find of everything in this pile. Not because of the quality of the film, but it's because it is a 4K disc for $1. Yes, this was also $1. Murder on the Orient Express. Now, I didn't love this movie. I thought it was okay at best. It's not a bad movie at all. I just thought it was okay at best. But for a dollar on 4K, it's like I couldn't pass it up. And I'm sure I will check it out again sometime in the future because I do think this movie is getting a sequel. So I'll probably check it out then. This movie I don't know much about. It's called Wakefield. I love Bryan Cranston and the trailer very much intrigued me. So I figured for $1 I couldn't pass it up. Now we're getting down to my final couple pickups for sure. Dog Eat Dog. Have not seen this. Heard decent things about this. The reviews are good. Again, great cast. Two of my favorite actors of all time, and Paul Schrader is a great director, so I'm excited to finally check that out for $1. VHS on Blu-ray. Yes, weird, right? But this movie is super underrated. This is a very, very, very scary movie. I was terrified of this movie when I first saw it, and I'm excited to finally own it on Blu-ray and check it out again for $1. Only the Brave. Have not seen it or heard very good things about it. Great cast, all-star cast. I mean, Josh Brolin, Jeff Bridges, tons of other people. I'm sure it's going to be okay at least. And I'm sure it's going to be worth $1. Next up is a movie I have never seen. Heard decent things about it. The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself. This is obviously a horror movie. I heard good things about it and I heard bad things about it. So I figured I would check it out for myself and form my own opinion on it. And yeah, I would definitely watch this soon. Okay, so now we are down to my final pickup of this entire haul. I don't know how many I bought, but it was a lot. It was probably like 40 or something. But I have saved the least for the last. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now, I have gone on record saying I hate this movie. Absolutely hate this movie. It's not good at all. And even for $1, I was still like, I don't even know if I want this movie in my collection. But my reasoning for buying it, other than, oh, it's just $1. I own all of the other films in this franchise, and I'm sure I'm gonna watch it again in the future if I watch all the other films. And the first half hour of this movie is actually great. Like, it is amazing. But then after the first half hour, once they get off the island, this movie just hits the brakes and completely changes tones, and it just gets almost unwatchable from there. But it was $1. I own all of the other films in the franchise, and I do enjoy the first half hour of this movie. So I figured I'll just buy it. It's $1. Who cares? But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this amazing Blu-ray haul. That was a lot of movies. If you have made it this far, hit that like button, comment down below, and if this is your first ever video on my channel, hit that subscribe button. All of that stuff is appreciated. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a good one.